I was just about to say, what is Yiddishkeit, and then show a Hamantash, and the Yid walks by. This guy, he takes his walks, and he was going to laugh, because he saw me doing a film once about kosher food, about the Rambam. So here we have, I got this in a local store, it's his Sachtus. So I can have one Hamantash before Purim, less than a Kazayas. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, b'yedei minei mezainis. Chocolate, very untraditional. I feel like I'm frying out. I'm trying to get proper Satmar Kichelach to feel the real Yiddishkeit, and instead I'm getting the chocolate because I like chocolate Hamantash, but it's so chocolate Hamantash is mamish, very. It's not Jewish. The moon, you got to get the moon one. Anyway, so we had a discussion in the group, and then somebody came in and he wanted to share something very profound, and I will clip it below this, what he wrote, his infinite great wisdom. He wrote that either you believe or you don't believe. Okay, it's not what the Chazal taught us, it's not what the Rambam wrote the Meir Nevuchim for. And then and the next thing he says is, oh, what are you, Mendelssohn, the new Mendelssohn? No, but we could use Mendelssohn. He's very helpful. His philosophy is very helpful to Chabad today. Every Chabad house in every modern city is benefiting from Mendelssohn's philosophy. Go look at the Reform. They have nobody. Of course the Reform have nobody, but at the time when the Reform was designed for Germany, when religion was looked at as a respectful thing, and Mendelssohn was very close to the philosophy of, or it was Abraham Geiger, the beginning of the Reform was that humanity united, and some of these universal ideas of Christianity, so they were aligning that with a Jewish one, instead of the Yidden celebrating Christmas. So the one Rabbi Zilberstein in Germany popularized Hanukkah. So the reason why we have Hanukkah in the secular Jewish homes and the Chabad does outdoors is thanks to those Reform people. So the Rebbe basically jumped on that bandwagon and made Chabad popular through Hanukkah. But the beauty of Hanukkah is the fact that Hanukkah became a practiced holiday was thanks to the Reform in Germany. They wanted the Jews to have their own holiday, their own party, and they introduced it to the schools. So the guy says, so you have an example. So let's put. So I want to be helpful here. I want to give you a few points here, because we share this world with everyone, and people are welcome to come. Some of these people are very confused. Some of these people don't have an opinion, so they just want to yell at you. Either you believe or you don't believe, and they can't qualify what that means. What believe in what exactly? And personally, as a Lubavitcher, growing up and really, following to the best that I could the Rebbe, I would never catechize anybody in that Christian inquisitive type, which is pre-enlightenment way of catechizing people in a way of what they have to believe. And as a Lubavitcher today, no Chabadnik should ever push beliefs on anybody. We learned our lesson, and we hopefully learn from the mistakes. So then he accuses me of Mendelssohn, but then Shapsai Tzvi or Jesus or some messianic figure, which I'm not, because any spirituality that I enjoy in my life is not. I can't give it to you unless you find your own truth. So I can only share history. So mostly it's history that I was sharing about the laws of kosher, and how are you, and the laws of kosher, and how it's not really noeg b'zman hazeh because it's tumah v'tara. So at least we could agree that kosher is a minig. And I was sharing it with a boy because I myself, when I kept kosher once in Las Vegas, of course it was expensive, but one time I couldn't find the kosher place. I was very angry, and I was a believer. I believed that God is listening to me. So in the car I was making U-turns, navigation wasn't getting it for me, and I was angry. And I went into a McDonald's to use the bathroom, and then I said, Hashem, I would just eat here. Like, are you listening? I'll just eat here. And now it's not an argument, it's not a heated debate with God. I just sit down naturally and I eat the food, which is what he mentioned. He goes, you eat the pork chops. If I ate the pork chops on Yom Tif in Crown Heights, it was a spiritual thing. When I eat the pork chops on the flight to Crown Heights, when I'm hungry on the plane, it wasn't pork chops, it was these beef, not beef, it was pork. Doesn't matter, he's right. He said the word pork. I'll take it from him. And when I eat it on the plane, it's because it's a natural thing. It's a secular thing. It's hungry. But when you eat the pork and you want to believe what the Rebbe said, that Mashiach is here, then it becomes a spiritual thing. So the guy's anger is a result of very bad education. And otherwise, if he was educated, he would just say, "Oh, this is my belief. I believe in, I try to keep Shabbos, but I do not know Shemiras Shabbos Kehilchasa. I'm just a regular Lubavitcher. I keep the beard because I want to be respected." He sits with people like Rabbi Dern. Rabbi Dern is a very educated, understanding person who despite his education, wants to be a devout chassid. He wants to be, I had this car once in blue. He wants to be an observant yid. But you see a picture of him on Facebook, like in the Kinnis with Rabbi Dern, and you get confused. He has nothing in common with Rabbi Dern. He has nothing in common with Matisyahu. And I'll explain that in the next video.